Can you actually get rich by designing just one chair? The short answer is yes, if you like the lottery odds. The long answer is tangled in a complex system called the royalty contract. At its core, a royalty is supposed to be the ultimate reward for quality, a financial payout for design that stands the test of time. But today, that traditional system is outdated, broken, and sometimes stacked against the creator. Let's break down the hidden math behind your furniture and see how it actually works. In case you don't know how royalties work, let me break it down simply. This is the income from products I've designed that are out in the world selling. When I design a product for a brand, let's say a chair or an accessory, I don't just charge a one-time flat fee. Even though that can be an option, it's usually not very interesting for either party. Instead, we agree on royalty rate. Typically, it's 4%. It can vary depending on the contract and how much you are involved with the development of the product. The important bit is that this 4% fee is generally taken from the wholesale price. Let's look at an example. So imagine I design a chair that sells for 500 euros in store. The company that makes the chair makes it for 100, sells it to the retailer for 200. That is the wholesale price. At 4% royalty, I would get 8 euros for each chair sale. It's a small fraction of the cost, and your pay is highly dependent on how successful the product is. If they sell 1,000 chairs a year, it's super nice. If they sell only 10, it's kinda sad. And both are usually true. I have some successful products and some train wrecks in slow motion. Let's do some maths. Let's say you want to pay your average rent for a 2-bedroom apartment in London. Your rent is 2,500 euros, and you want to pay for it with your royalties. You would need to sell 3,750 chairs a year just to cover the rent. That is a big number, even for a product that is not extremely cheap. The tricky bit about designers' royalties is that it's a bit of a roulette. Most of the time, you don't get paid before the product is on the market selling. Sometimes, brand will pay you initial design fee to motivate you, but here's the catch. This is a lot of times reserved only for big shot famous designers. And here's another problem. The industry is changing. Companies are less experimental. They go the conservative route, working with famous designers only or doing redesigns of all designs proven by time. All the safe bets. For us, small independent designers, it's quite a time to be honest. You send 20 designs to companies, 2 will reply, and maybe 1 will be keen on having a look on your idea. A lot of times, it's not about your design being bad or good. It's also due to willingness of the company to invest in you. Do they know you? Do they trust you? Can you pull it off? If the design requires huge development, they might say, it's too risky. That is one of the reasons a lot of stuff is looking quite simple these days. You are incentivized to design stuff that sells well, ideally with minimum cost to make to maximize the profit. And you play the game because you want to have more royalties, right? So here is the important perspective. Royalties don't reward creativity, but ability to design commercially successful products. Moreover, if they can have a similar design from a famous designer, why would I have it from Jakub? Most of the iconic design pieces that pushed the limits of design were made decades ago, when companies were not scared to experiment. Panton chair by Werner Panton or Eames lounge chair designed in 50s, floss products designed by Castiglioni in 60s, Gaetano Pesce for B&B Italia from 60s, and these cutting-edge designs are also very successful to this day commercially. But that is only thanks to visionary company owners of that time that believed in it. Of course, we have interesting designs now, but mainly by independent designers and small, brave companies. It's important to understand the company's perspective too. They have to invest into tooling and manufacturing your concept, so they bear a big risk. And of course, it's safer to go with a known entity as a collaborator. What if the young designer takes them the wrong way?
Oopsie.
And that is the reason why a lot of the stuff we get these days is kind of boring. It's all safe bets. You have to be able to make a mistake to do something interesting. That is the point of design, pushing the boundaries, not to design things that will sell more. Companies also have enormous power to influence the outcome of your product success. It's very much depending on what kind of treatment they will give to your product. If they push it, promote it, offer it in campaigns. A couple of years ago, I designed this one product, and every year when I receive my royalty report, owner of the company who sends it adds a small note. It's not the greatest product, mate. It didn't sell much this year. And every year I ask, did you guys take it into a trade show? Did you promote it? Can we do something more? Because I know it spends most of the year in the back of the showroom. People always falsely think that if the product is great, it will sell itself. But you still need to give it love and support, so get friendly with the sales team. Okay, enough with the rant, let's get back to the royalties. So how can you make a living with this gamble? For every product that sells good, you'll have 5 that barely sell at all, and hundreds that never made it to production. It's a numbers game. There are definitely ways to improve your odds. One approach that proved for me to be functional when I'm trying to work with companies on a royalties basis is to go an extra mile. Don't just send a drawing to info email and hope for the best. Build a prototype, engineer the product a little more, tailor it to the company you're going to pitch it to. Get to know them. It makes the investment way higher on your end, but that signals to the company that you are a partner who takes it seriously. Not just a creative shooting a napkin sketches in all of directions. We can try to push for better royalty contracts. Contracts with some payment in advance and time to experiment, more trust. We need to find win-win balanced situations for designers and companies. For me, this stream brings around 25,000 to 40,000 euros, but I could hardly rely on royalties alone. Therefore, I have 3 other revenue streams. I run my bespoke manufacturing company called Zeitgeist Limited. I do custom design work. I advise different international companies on strategy and production. I do public speaking and teaching. In general, design is a very specific profession when it comes to money. Like fashion, writing, architecture, or music, it lives in that beautiful, brutal space where passion meets practicality. The highs are euphoric, the lows are character building. I will never forget a sentence a friend sent me when she invited me to a public speaking event. Although there is no financial compensation, you might find a different kind of value in it. Designers who last, the ones who build studios, movements, and lasting brands, aren't just clocking in for a paycheck. They found that different kind of value, and that is what fuels them. Yes, you can approach design strategically, you can build profitable systems and negotiate killer royalty contracts, but the foundation has to be deep love for the craft. Otherwise, the burnout will arrive much faster than the invoice gets paid. Hope you found this breakdown helpful. We are setting up a Substack where we will go a little bit deeper on topics like this and keep the YouTube channel a little bit more light and inspirational. So make sure you subscribe for that. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe also here if you haven't. It really helps the channel grow. I'll see you in the next one, and this is Why It Takes Time. Strategically.